Now here goes the former Cowboy star. It's DeMarco Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Mariota finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Murray. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensive starters, here they are. And Delanie Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
And he's got the hook up with Anthony Fasano. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Kendall Wright, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at cornerback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Titans. DeMarco Murray, 35 yards. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Dallas first down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks. So you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Bryce McCain on the stop. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line, and they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
The inaugural carry for Darren McFadden. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
When Brian Orakpo was born, there was no doubt that with that name, he was going to be a defensive player and a good one. He knows how to get to quarterbacks.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Al Woods forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Prescott, and that is incomplete. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know.
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 96 yards. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, he saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating in what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
They come up in an offset eye. The give is to Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the interception here, Mariota. And Matthews has it right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Walker, the tight end, in motion. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. Touchdown, Titans. Rashard Matthews, 35 yards. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll come out in the pistol. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And a great spot to start this drive from here. A first down throw for Mariota. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. The linebacker, Justin Durant, with a pick. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted. A nickel set shown by the Titans on 3rd down.
Thinking pass. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's got a man. It's Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott now steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Final play of the half here. Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. A second down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Caught left side, Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything.